So let's kick it off as we go down to the bottom left-hand side. Game 1 of this best of 3. Blue Zerg player from Prophecy Esports. Give it up if you're going to be cheering on the beautiful young little Raynor. Beautiful because he's just so great at playing Zerg, and any StarCraft player that's so good is beautiful to me. It sounded a bit creepy, and then I'm trying to save myself, and yeah, I don't know. Top right-hand side, though, is our red Zerg player from Sidestone Gaming. Let's see if you're cheering on True. Raynor got an invite to this event as he was recent champion of the WardyTV Christmas Invitational. So it was really cool to get to see him doing really well in that event. If you guys missed the VODs of that, they are slowly but surely going up on the YouTube page, youtube.com/WardyTV. We're uploading free replays, 3 matches a day on there. So you guys can check that out if you would like to keep up to date with that. As we just have the gas pool here early on from True. Or even pool gas and then into a hatchery. So True playing kind of safe from these very initial early stages. As Raynor is going to be setting up and getting ready to roll. Yeah, no Terrans in this group, Jimmy Jam Jaws. Basically, when I invited all of these players, generally when I do invites or, tournaments like this, I ask the players if they want to play, and I was like, here's the dates of the group. So, kind of just let me know if you can't play a certain day or something. And usually it works out pretty well where I can balance each group with like a couple of one race, one of that race, and one of this race, right? Maybe like 2 Zerg, a Protoss, a Terran, or 2 Terran, a Protoss, and a Zerg, something like that. Unfortunately, when I did it for this event, every single one of the players I asked that was not a Zerg was pretty much like, oh yeah, I can only play on Group B. And obviously I'm not just going to be like, well, sucks to be you, I'm going to invite someone else. It gives us kind of a very Zerg-heavy group here today. It's a little bit unfortunate, but it happens, and it could be worse, right? It could be a worse scenario. So as it stands, we just have a very Zerg-heavy group in this one today. Tomorrow's group, Group B, is 3 Terrans, a Protoss, and a Zerg, so a little bit better. It's going to be still a bunch of TVT, of course, but there'll also be a bunch of TVP, TVZ, and ZVP as well. I'd rather just accommodate the players than be like, well, you know what, fuck you, you can't play because you can only play on this day. Especially when I originally offer them like, hey, yeah, you can kind of let me know if you can't play a certain day, right? So it's just one of those circumstances where this time around it did work out like this, but oftentimes it doesn't work out like that. Usually it works out just fine. Anyways, kicking off here, Raynor, that slight kind of eco advantage just from the build orders initially. But beyond that, everything's looking very similar. Link speed coming up from both. A Bane Nest about to finish from Raynor. Bane Nest about halfway done here from True. Just going to see those few Zerglings getting chased around right now. And just going to be having the, just a little bit of scouting information from Raynor up into the main. Just see there's no lair or anything crazy like that. And True will now throw down the 3rd hatchery down on this low ground outside of his own base. So a hatch going down on that low ground as we do see a hatchery from Raynor. He's going to expand upwards here. True obviously seemingly kind of throughout the games that we've already seen today is continuing to throw down his hatch in this location in the ZVZ at least. So obviously kind of likes this as the 3rd base rather than the upper base. Which is kind of intriguing. The upper base in general, the lower base for True. This one here as the 3rd is generally a little bit easier to defend, a little bit less open. I guess we'll have a look to see how he maybe looks to utilize the base kind of in a bit more of a pocketed location. Well, there's the combination of Lair, Roach Rowan, and Evolution Chamber to set us up into this game number 1 from pretty much both players. No Lair just yet from Raynor, but he is throwing down the Roach Rowan, he is throwing down the Evo Chamber, so he is going to be looking to set up in towards a similar setup to what True has right now as well. As that Bane Lane or 2 is really looking for something here. Bane goes off, a couple of Lings get taken down. True maybe can get aggressive with those Banes. You can see him already marching kind of across the map with them. He's definitely looking to use them aggressively in some way here in the near future. Meanwhile, we just see, well, Raynor should be good to defend. I mean, he's drawn up quite heavily. He's actually already on an 8-worker lead, but he's got enough years to defend as well. He's got Banes of his own. Obviously comes down to micro a little bit. It always does as one Link sneaks towards the main to scout. It does go down before it makes the main base. Well, Queen out the front is always great as well. I love this. It's going to be getting that Bane in here, and then the Queen towards the front as well will help out. It's going to be one Bane to maybe do some real damage, but I mean, when I say real damage, it's going to like bring some of those drones low on health, and that's about it. Gets a few of them low. Obviously, if a couple of Lings can come in, they could clean up a lot of those drones very quickly. But True actually has to get set up to do that first, so... Currently just building a lot of Roach Ling here. True really looking to set up into a set of units which he can be very aggressive with in the near future. Looking to get ready, looking to push across the map and to attack, attack, attack. There's a couple of these Lings are going to loop back around, maybe towards the natural or so. A couple of Roaches and Lings. They're just counting around again. Just information being gained from Reyno here. So he will have to be the defender initially. Roach speed is not going to be done for him for a while. His lair is only just finishing. So initially here, he'll have to sit back, defend, and deflect this +1 time and potentially of True. His own +1 is going to be in play. He's got his own Roach rolling up, so he can build the Roaches. And with a 10 worker lead, Reyno over time here has just been building up into quite a little advantage. So we'll see how that goes along over the next few moments. Yeah, bring up the POV of True here just for a couple moments in the picture-in-picture, just to show you guys what he's looking at right now. He's looking at dealing with those couple of Lings. Again, I mean, getting set up into attacks, just Roaches on the way out. Nothing really too insane going on just yet. Just waiting to see what the next stage really is from both players. As Reyno is just sat down, looking to see what he can perhaps get up to as well. You know, again, look to see what his potential situation is going to be here. True starts at +2 missiles. Maybe Reyno just goes and attacks. You know, it's kind of weird because he's been ahead on eco, so maybe he can get enough units up. Right now, we can see in the army supplies that's not really the case, but maybe that's what he feels. Anyways, I guess we'll find out soon. His own Roach speed about finished, so he can definitely get at least out onto the map. So I'm going to see some Lings dive in the main. We'll be able to pick up a few worth of kills here. A couple of drones going to start going down. True is actually going to expand up to the top side for a 4th hatchery, so that's very interesting. Not where you would usually see an expansion taken from the 4th base. So this was a little bit of a different way of going about things here. Just going to see those Roaches coming in towards the upper right-hand side. Again, a lot of Roaches split out just in front of this third. And well, Reyno actually getting ready to be aggressive here in the next couple of moments. So just going to be looking to see what they can do in the next few moments. And that's just going to be seeing these Roaches are True, pushing in, trying to do a little bit of something. Wish the picture-in-picture colors match the main screen. I do too, and I don't know why they don't, because when I go into like the thingy mode here, it doesn't change it. It only changes it on the mini-map, so I'm not really sure why it does that. I don't know what option it is that's different between my two accounts that makes it look like that. Anyways, Reyno attacks in towards his 4th. He's going to get the kill just like that. You know what? Reyno could just turn and fight this. Right now, he does outnumber the Roaches, although True has a lot more Roaches ready to maybe come into the fray. Okay, Reyno now does split up. Concave fights back, but True is already backing away. Roaches still just gathering up here from True. We're just going to be seeing the few extra Ravagers on the way in as well. And now Reyno's, the rest of his army is going to arrive. Those players are going to be on similar upgrades as soon as here we go. Big fight starts up. A couple corrosive bars coming down already. Reyno is actually hitting quite well with those bars. He dodges away from the bars of True as Reyno is just crushing this fight already. He's just going to completely storm his way through True's army. True's going to be losing all these Roaches in the center of this, and honestly, I'm not even sure if True can truly pull away. Reyno can just continue to move forwards and pick off Ravager after Ravager, Roach after Roach. Reyno is just going to go take such a lead from this that True's not even going to stick around. He's going to type out GG. There is, but not on this overlay, right? Which is kind of my issue at the moment. I just don't know how to fix it. Because if I go into someone's view here, it doesn't change that color. I really don't know. StarCraft toggle team colors. Is this it? Hang on. No. I really can't find, like, I really feel like I'm being silly. I think I need to do it in game. I think I need to go in and host a game up with like an AI or something and change it in game. Because I just don't think I have a hotkey for it. Anyways, we'll deal with it for now. Let's introduce these guys. It's to the top left-hand side from Prophecy Esports. Our Blue Zerg player is Reynor. He's going up against the Red Zerg to the bottom right-hand side from Psystorm Gaming. It's true. Anyways, this is something which we can get fixed up, and then it's going to be kind of the same from there on out. Because, again, the issue is I fixed it before, and because I actually keep changing my laptop and kind of moving it in and out of the studio before, I keep losing all my settings and stuff like that. But now, I don't have that issue any longer because the laptop's in the studio full time. We've been able to move it in because I got a new laptop to have at home and to work from there, so to play games on. So yeah, now we've got the other laptop in the studio full time to do things like bringing in the picture-in-picture and stuff like that. Yes, we are casting from replays because we've just finished up the live matches for the day. We're casting replays of the games that were played at the same time as matches we were casting live. So just bringing you guys some extra StarCraft 2 and just bringing you guys the replays so you can see how those games went, because I know some people definitely are interested in them. So you have indeed missed the live games for today. So you just have some Lings nibbling away on this hatchery. Reynor here initially looking for cancelling. Going into a lair and an Evo very early on. So really, I mean, this is a really fast lair, like 250 or so. This is a really, really early lair coming in here, as we're just going to be seeing. Ling speed about to finish up here from True right now. He's got his Bane Nest coming down. I mean, from True is just very standard kind of Ling Bane sort of setup with 3 hatches, right? Nothing really surprising. But from Reynor, he bypasses Ling speed for the lair. He throws down a Rotoron now. He actually builds a second Evo to complete his wall off. But with this fast of a lair, you got to imagine something a bit different, like Aspire perhaps. And Aspire is going to be what it is. And I think, again, I think Aspire is a very obvious choice, right? I mean, an Evo and a lair this early. Well, what are you going to do with a lair this early in the game? Your Rotoron was only just starting to build. Well, really nothing at all. So it is going to be the Spire play, and that's how Reynor will open here in Game 2 of this best of 3. So that Rotoron finishes up, and we will see the lair just over halfway done right now from True as well in that main base. 3 more drones on the way up once again and again. Just a few Lings trying to poke through, but the Queen going to be able to push them away. Obviously for True, doesn't really have much information as to what's going on, but he does know there's no third hatchery. That's some good information for him, and that's the sort of info you can definitely work with here to begin with kind of figuring out, well, what could this be perhaps? See if Reynor can do enough of these meters. Right now only 200 gas in the bank. We're missing a worker on this extractor here. But I mean, that's something, you know, the more gas he has, the more meters he can make. But right now, when the Spire finishes, he can only afford 3 Mutalisks. It's really not too many, obviously. So, he needs to be doing something about that. As we do just have the Overlord on the way up for True to keep out of a supply block, making a lot of roaches at the moment. For 50 drones, he's a little bit ahead in the work account. Obviously, the thing for Reynor is he still doesn't have a third hatch either. Creep Tumors forwards, and again, just going to be seeing the few meters on the way up, but only 5. Again, can 5 meters really do enough here? I mean, maybe they can chase down this Overseer, a couple of Overlords. Oh, remember, this is a very delayed third hatch, and even if you want to switch this into something like Roaches, he's going to be playing for much lower economy from this, so these meters really have to do something to make up for the investment. Reynor going to do a very typical thing, which is to throw into the Hydrogen already. Quite often nowadays you'll see kind of Zerg players, if they do play mutas, going in towards the Hydrogen and then fast Lurkers. Use the mutas to buy time to set up into the Lurkers, which take a very long time to actually get out onto the map. Once those Lurkers do come out, obviously you're in a prime position to kind of defend and to catch up on upgrades and whatever else you might need. True right now, with a lot of roaches up this left side. The problem with only 5 Mutalisks is that 5 meters don't deal a lot of damage on roaches very quickly, so it's going to take a very long time to clean these up. I mean, okay, he'll pick off a couple of roaches before they arrive, but really only a couple. It's not a lot of damage output right now. I mean, he actually doesn't kill a single roach before they arrive across the map here. As we're going to be seeing a Queen going down already, and True already reinforcing this as well through the center of the map. I mean, again, Reynor just not with enough Mutalisks, and right now the roach count as well just disappearing. Very good trades here from True. Trading very effectively, and now as drones pull in, this is already looking like a disaster from Reynor as True moves up in towards the main base. A few more drones pulling forwards here. We're going to see a few roaches getting picked away at as well. They're continuing to fall. There's extra drones going down as well. True breaking his way through a couple more roaches. And we are just going to be seeing those drones of Reynor still just running around, seeing where else they can go to. Now Roach gets picked up. These extra roaches coming in. The Mutalisk as well from Reynor. Finally going to help to clean this up, but god did he take some damage here. 23 workers down, and that's only going to grow as True runs a few more roaches in towards this third hatchery. Picking off drone after drone after drone. True is putting himself in quite the position here in game number 2 to tie the series up one apiece potentially. Hydra's on the way up from True now as well, something to just help him have a way to fight against Mutalisks in the sky. Even if there's not a lot of them, it's still something, right? Because Queens obviously aren't very mobile. But Mutas will, Hydras will be able to move across the map towards the top side eventually. There are some of those Hydras coming in to push those Mutas back a little bit. Roaches and Rabbits going to move forwards too. Those Hydras still around, and they're going to pick their way through a couple of those Mutas already. Another Roach or two going down, and this is pretty much going to be it right now as 4 out of 5 Mutas have been picked off. This is more or less it. A couple of corrosive vials dropping down here. The eggs don't quite get picked off. Another corrosive vial drops, and just going to be an overload getting tagged there. I mean, you can see that True is actually in a little bit of trouble with this attack of Reynor, really coming in and killing a lot of workers. But all True has to do is turn this away, and he is still up 16 workers, even though he's dragged a lot of drones into this to defend. True does, for now, hold on and stays in a very powerful position here in this second game. A couple of roaches up the left, some of them pulling back up through the center. And Reynor not even droning up anymore, not trying to resaturate, just trying to win this game right here and right now. But is he really able to push on through? I don't think so. Okay, he has a couple of vials available from the Ravagers, but True has Hydras and chases these units away. That's Reynor losing hope here a little bit, and he actually even GG's out. He maybe could have stuck in and tried a little bit more. Fix the colors. Yes, 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 we fixed them. Hey, go Wardy. So we have fixed them, and with that we can have a little bit more sense being made of what's going on the picture-in-picture. Turns out it's Alt-F to make that change, so I think if I press Alt-F now, it just changes it to... I told you it was a hotkey, I just didn't know what it was. Anyways, let's do this to the top left-hand side. Our Blue Zerg! Yeah, here's from Prophecy Esports, Reynor. Bottom right-hand side, the red Zerg player from Psystorm Gaming is True. He's going to open up with this hatch gas pool from Reynor. Very minor differences between the timings of the players. Very, very minor differences in the early stages. Yes, we are casting from replays. We have just finished our live matches for the day. These games were played within the last 2 or 3 hours. And they were played off stream because we were having 2 games played at a time. And so rather than just not letting you guys see the games, we are going to cast them so that you can see the games, even if you know the results. We'd rather you guys enjoy the games in some capacity than not at all. If you guys are enjoying the stream, hit that follow button as well. Still pushing with 25,000 followers. It's crazy that we're growing up into that sort of direction and numbers in terms of follow count. I mean, everything on the stream is insane lately, like follow count, sub count. Support in general has been absolutely mental this month, guys. Thank you so much for it all once again. Don't forget that you will be able to get that December replay pack for another few days. 400 plus replays of some of the very best players in the world. Goes out to subscribers on a regular basis. Currently available in the subscriber-only Discord if you want to catch up from replays of this month. Just get that while you can. Lings from Reynor going to start moving across over to the right-hand side of the map. Early pressure here from him, looking to see what he can perhaps get up to. See if he can just get a little bit of something done, as we do see the third hatch coming down here. So Reynor going to start nibbling away on that. There is True's Lings coming in, a little bit outnumbered here initially. Nice macro back, but now it's 1 Ling for 1 Ling, 2 Lings for 1. Reynaud is going to be able to win this out in the end. He took a very good fight here. He loses 2 kills, 5 so far, by the way. I guess all 5 were in this fight, weren't they? Wow. 2 for 6. Reynaud with the out micro. And so he is going to continue nibbling away at this third hatchery. True is taking some damage. Again, I mean, a few more Lings will come out and defend, and it's not like he didn't want to make Lings anyway. Generally, you will make Lings right now just to get into that sort of stage of, oh yeah, I can, you know, stop being aggressive myself. As the Queen coming over, a couple of Lings to force these Lings away, and True is actually getting very low on this hatchery. Oh my god, he actually loses the hatch. No cancel. Well, that's actually kind of a big deal here. True losing out on this hatchery. Not really what you would expect. Not really what he would have been wanting here at all. Now we're going to be seeing Reynaud pulling in towards the upper left-hand side. More Lings of True coming over to the far left. And we're going to see a couple of Banes already morphing in. More Lings of Reynaud looking to see what else is going on as well. Obviously looking to defend this for now, as you see True is going to get aggressive. Reynaud not going to pull any units for a counter-attack or anything. Really just looking to defend right now. Already having cancelled that third hatch is huge, though. He's going to target down 2 Banes with the Queens. Okay, now he does send some units off across the map as well. Let's just see what he can do with those as right now. Just a little pick off on the Bane. There goes those Zerglings across to the other side here. He is going to get intercepted by some Lings in the middle, but they're going to trade fairly evenly. Meanwhile, there's a Bane connection to defend for Reynaud over here as well. He's cleaning up True everywhere. He wins this fight in the center. He actually has overwhelming numbers. And so Reynaud is just going to be able to push on towards his third hatchery. Reynaud starting to pick this off, continuing to work his way through it. And that third hatch already half health and dropping even further. I mean, some Bane's going to run by in towards his mineral line, but he's going to kill 2 of them. And that one final drone is, or Bane is going to get some drones low. But that's about it, and True's already in trouble. He's 15 workers down. The Bane comes in, and wow, big Bane connection from Reynaud, which is going to help him to defend, and True is just having an absolute nightmare right here. Everything is going wrong for True right now in this game, number 3. I mean, everything's going right for Reynaud as he comes in, surrounds those Lings, picks up Ling after Ling after Ling. Good damage being done here by Reynaud. He keeps on pushing through, and of the 16 worker lead, he's already building 11 roaches to go for the follow-up all-in. That will basically just close this game out, because there's no way True really recovers from this. Oh wow, and there's a big Bane and hit in the center of the map as well. True loses all of his Lings. He doesn't even stick around to try and play this one out. He knows it's over. It's already just typing out that GG. Reynaud will take game 3 of this best of 3. And that will be a victory for him.